Welcome to Everything Football and welcome to another Champions League Fantasy Update video. In this one, just a quick update on how my team is looking ahead of match day 5. I did the tip show over the weekend. I showed you guys my team selection, my current team selection at the time. But since then, my team already picked up a couple of more injuries. So what am I thinking? I've already made one transfer to my team. I still have one more other. So what am I thinking for that transfer? So that just quickly, in goal, I've brought in Lunin. Yes, he might not start for Real Madrid, but since he's playing on the first day, I'm just going to take the risk and play him. You never know. You don't want to leave him on the bench and then he ends up starting and keeping a clean sheet because Real Madrid only need 1 point to go through. So they might actually decide to rest a few players, and the goalkeeper could be one of them. So I've decided to put in Lunin there. If he doesn't play and gets 0 points, I'll just bring my goalkeeper from the bench. In terms of the defenders, I have Guerrero, Kostic, and Cancelo. Cancelo, we've talked about him a lot. I think he'll definitely start against Dortmund. He is a major attacking threat. Kostic as well, he is an attacking threat, although I think they won't beat Benfica in that game. I'm hoping for a 0-0. A 0-0 would be fantastic in that game, even if Juventus win 1-0. I don't have any Benfica players, but definitely if Kostic can return, I'll be very, very happy. And Guerrero against Man City, I'm not really expecting a clean sheet. Now, in that game, if the game ended 0-0, I wouldn't mind because I have Cancelo and Guerrero, but both of them are quite exceptional attacking options. And then in midfield, I currently have, so all my defenders are playing on the first day. All my midfielders are playing on the second day. So I do have Musiala, Bayern Munich up against Barcelona. I think I'm comfortable having him in my team. I have brought in Barella for Luis Diaz, who is injured. So a couple of you have asked about Brozovic, Mkhitaryan, Çalhanoğlu. Barella, sorry, because of the price. Barella isn't bad though, but I think Barella, whichever can work. Barella isn't bad. Barella's price is really, really good. The others like Çalhanoğlu are more expensive. And Barella's been really getting into some really good forward positions. I watched his game the other day against Fiorentina when they won 4-3. He's getting into so many forward positions. Really, really love it for his price. Fantastic. He's already scored and assisted a couple of times this season, including in the last Champions League game. He picked up player of the match in that one. So fantastic option. Kudus, ideally, if I was making a wildcard team right now, I probably wouldn't pick Kudus because I think there's other options I could pick. He does have Liverpool, and next up they do have Rangers. But for me, I wouldn't really go for him if I was playing a wildcard. Obviously, a limitless. But since he was already in my team and there's a lot to deal with, and considering he plays as a striker and Ajax have to try and beat Liverpool in that game, they have to go attacking. I'm sticking with him. And then, as you can see, I still have Leroy Sané. He's the one who's going to be leaving my team because he's out injured and he'll probably miss match day 6 as well. So he will be going out. I'll tell you who I'll be bringing in for him. And then up front, I do have the big boys in terms of Mbappe. Mbappe is definitely going to be in my team. No doubt he's going to be my captain. Erling Haaland up against Dortmund as well. And then Julian Alvarez. Now, as you can see, that is my starting lineup, 11 players, but the goalkeeper might not start, so that drops it down to 10 players. Son is out, that drops it down to 9 players. Alvarez will not start for Man City. That drops it down to 8 players. Listen, if he starts, I'd be very surprised and happy. That would definitely help me out in terms of having a player who plays. Now, the reason I've left Alvarez in my team, 2 reasons, is because I had 3 players who were out injured definitely, so I had to take them out fast. Alvarez is not injured, so I had to keep him in. Number 2, Alvarez match day 6. If Man City go through top of their group in this match day, Alvarez will definitely start in match day 6. So that is why I've kept him in my team. Also looking ahead to match day 6, because in match day 6, a lot of these players might be rested and it's going to put a lot of teams in trouble if you don't have a limitless chip. That was my plan to play a limitless chip in match day 6, but a lot of injuries in the last match day I had to play it. So that ruined all the entire plan, because in match day 6, a lot of these players could be rested and rotated. So you might need 5 transfers to get everything correct. So that's why I am keeping Julian Alvarez in the team so that in match day 6, he can help me out in terms of that. So that is how my team is looking. In terms of the bench, I currently have Adan. So I dropped down to 8 players, but with Adan on the bench, if Lonin doesn't start, Adan just comes in. I'm back to 9 players. Obviously, I said Sane, I'll take him out. That will bring me back to 10 players because I have 1 more transfer remaining. And obviously, in case something happens or a player doesn't return on the first day, it's going to be Ronaldo coming on for one of those players, but there's not too many options. There's definitely not too many options for that. The good thing is that my strikers are all playing on the first day, and my defenders are all playing on the first day, and my midfielders are all playing on the second day. So on the first day, I get to see how Alvarez does, because if it was on the second day, it would have been a bit more of a headache. But since Alvarez starts on the first day, I mean, plays on the first day, you never know. He might come on for the last 20 minutes and get a goal. I leave him in my team, or if he starts surprisingly, I just leave him in my team. But not as it's not as comfortable as the other week. So you have 4 players ready to come on. This time round, I only have a goalkeeper to come on and Alfonso Davies and Ronaldo to come in. As you see, Valverde's in my starting lineup, but now he is also out, so that is a problem. A lot of injuries the last 2 matches that have messed up everything. Literally, the wildcard that I played with Valverde and all these guys, from the wildcard that I played with Luis Diaz, Sane, Valverde, like 8 of those players have gotten injuries since then, which is just terrible luck. And a lot of you have been involved in that as well. Many of you had Sane, many of you had the likes of Sergio Gomez at the back getting red cards, Adan getting a red card 2 weeks ago. So a lot has gone. If you've avoided all that, you're very lucky. Then you're very, very high in terms of the rankings if you've avoided all those red cards and injuries. So that is how my team is looking. In terms of who is going to come on for Sane, it's definitely going to be a Napoli midfielder. I've still not decided who, but it's going to be between 3 players: Kvaratskhelia, or Kvardona, if you want to call him that, or Politano as well, or Zielinski. It's going to be one of those 3 players coming on. I'm going to wait and see if there's anything you're going to hear from the Napoli manager or the Napoli camp. I'm thinking Zielinski will start because he was taken off against Roma the other day. Politano didn't start. Napoli only need 1 point. I'm guessing they will beat Rangers. They've already gone through. So if Liverpool don't beat Ajax, Napoli will finish top of their group. So that is the thing. Another thing is why I'm drifting towards Politano is because of the same reason I gave with Alvarez. Match day 6. Now Napoli will play Liverpool in match day 6. They might still go strong, wanting to beat Liverpool at Anfield. But if Liverpool lose tomorrow, don't win on this in that game against Ajax, then Napoli finish top of their group. They don't really have to play anyone in match day. Their next match day. And if Liverpool already secured as well 2nd place, then both teams can just go with their second team, since in their leagues they need to win their league games. So Politano has the better chance of starting in match day 5 and also match day 6. Zielinski and Kvaratskhelia could easily be rested in match day 6, and I don't want to pile up my team with players who are not going to play in match day 6. So there's a lot to think about, especially if you don't have any chips remaining. But that is how my team is looking. Mbappe will definitely be my captain on the first day. It will be very ideal if Mbappe, Haaland, and Alvarez all deliver on the first day. That takes away the striking headache. And then defensively, if one of them don't return, then I just bring in Alfonso Davies and maybe Ronaldo. But that is how my team is looking. Let me know how your team is looking. Still a lot to decide. You will get to see my final decision when I am live on Tuesday with the deadline stream. Make sure to join me for that one. The link is the first link in the description. The second link is the link to the Everything Football League. In case you haven't joined, make sure you do that. So on screen right now on the left side, if you didn't watch the fantasy tip show, the UCL fantasy tip show, the entire show talking about the team selection, my match predictions and everything, click on the video on the left. And if you want to take a look at the best wildcard team for this match, they click on the video on